Hey my friend, welcome back. I'm super excited today to share with you 5 different spring bow ideas using some of my favorite ribbons as well as some different designs I'm thinking might be new to you. And I don't know if I have a favorite, but if I do, I would have to say it might be number 4. So check these out. Let me know as always which one is your favorite. If you have not seen this really simple bow maker, I literally made this from Dollar Tree supplies. You just take a styrofoam block and put 2 wooden dowels in the center with some hot glue. So for this simple bow, I'm just taking this ribbon and twisting it to make a simple loop, and I'm eyeballing the size of the loop. Now these are probably about 4 inches each one, but you can make it as large or as small as you like. Now, once I put it on here, I am pinching it in the center where I want to make the length of the bow, and then popping it right there between the 2 wooden dowels before twisting it over. This ribbon is one-sided, and you just kind of have to pay attention to which side has the pattern that you want to keep, and then you twist it to the opposite side for the inside of your hoops. Now, I'm doing this with 4 hoops. It is a super simple bow, and then I am twisting it and adding it to the center of the dowels. Once I have my 4 hoops on here, I'm going to make sure that again the ribbon is facing the correct direction, fluff my little loops, and then cut the length of the bow here. Now that is really all there is to this bow. I'm going to put it together with a zip tie as you see here. Once I have it zip tied, I also put the little dog ears or mermaid tails into the bottom of the bow, and then I'm just fluffing it again. Now this bow I'm adding to a straw wreath that I just literally glued different lengths of straws over a piece of cardboard that I cut out in the shape of a ring. This bow is one that is perfect for packages, gifts. You can see that it's great just as a bow for a wreath, but I wanted to make it a little more special for the Easter holidays. So I am putting together this little fun bunny craft kit from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gluing the felt pieces together onto the white pom-pom. Now you can of course make this obviously completely from scratch, but it was a kit already made together, so why not? Now these little black eyeballs are absolutely adorable. I am a sucker for anything with eyes. Like, are you that way? It kind of looks at me in the store and says, take me home with you. This one though actually cracked me up because the little black balls are so large for his eyeballs. It almost looks like a blind bunny. I don't know, you tell me. So I glued him to the center of the bow. It wasn't necessary, but I just thought it was a fun little touch just to add some whimsy to this bow. But this is my cute little blind bunny, and this is how he turned out onto this spring wreath. What do you think? Would you have left the bunny off, or would you have kept him on there? I think it just adds a little pop of something fun. So let me know what you think. What did you think of that bunny bow? Oh my goodness. I have another bunny bow coming up next that I think might be even cuter. Have you seen these fabric strips that come in a little pack of 3 at the Dollar Tree? In the crafter square section, they come in different varieties, and I grabbed this pack of multicolored to make this messy bow bunny tail bow. That was a mouthful. All right, and I'm also using a few fabric scraps. So you're going to cut 1-inch notches across the top of a random size square. The larger the square, the longer the strips, and the bigger your messy bow. So if you've not seen a messy bow video ever, I will link one below for you. Also, I'm using a second different fabric for this bow. You can use up to 4 or 5 different fabrics. It's completely up to you. Now for the strips, they came in package, so they were already pre-cut, and they were a little large. So I cut them down in half and then in half again. And I'm actually only using 2 of the colors that were in the package. I'm going to save those cute polka dot one strips for later. So for this bow, we're just making a kind of a spring messy bow to start with. It's just my typical messy bow where you are going to crisscross these strips just kind of haphazardly, however you want, in whatever pattern or combination of strips that you want. So once you have those all done, you're going to weave a little zip tie through. You can see one little strip didn't make it through the zip tie, and that's okay. And we're just going to tighten the zip tie from the bottom, and then we're going to make a little bouquet with our hands. Now, once you have this bouquet, we're going to trim it with some scissors. I ended up trimming it twice, and the more you trim it, the more little scraps you'll have left over, and the smaller the bow you'll have. So how cute is that little pom-pom? That is, again, from one of those bunny kits from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gluing it down to the center of the bow. I'm trimming the zip tie and then fluffing the strips out. This makes the cutest bow. I'm going to take the twine here and just weave it through the back of the zip tie and tie this onto a Dollar Tree pillar candle. Super, super adorable. What do you think? Okay, I am sorry, I do not have a final video for you of that bunny tail messy bow, but I think it's the perfect excuse for us to do another one. What do you think? Okay, so the next bow is a Bluebonnet bow. Now this one was inspired by a Bluebonnet tag that I found, and I put it on this really amazing wreath. This, my friend, is one of my favorite bows to make. It is using the Easy Bow Maker. If you've not seen my tutorial for this, I will link that in the description for you guys. All right, so we are going to make a Bluebonnet bow inspired by this amazing Bluebonnet ribbon. So I'm going to start by making 4-inch loops on either side using this wired ribbon. I'm going to pinch in the middle and then twist the ribbon onto the printed side. I'm going to put loops on both sides and then tails on each side of this bow as well. You'll kind of see as we go along. So I'm going to trim this here and then again put that other tail opposite side. Now I'm going to continue and go in with this awesome herringbone patterned ribbon. It picks up the same colors as the Bluebonnet ribbon, and I'm in love, but we're only going to do 2 loops with that ribbon. Now I'm going in with some more Bluebonnet inspired ribbon, again twisting to make sure the pattern is showing on the right side. Now I'm using this ribbon in a group of 4 hoops as well, just like the first one, and I'm eyeballing a lot of it. But once you get the hang of this, that's probably how you will do it as well. I'm loving the Texas print on here, as well as obviously all of the beautiful spring bluebonnets. Now this ribbon is also one that picks up all of the colors in this beautiful striped pattern. And then again, I am just copying and doing the 2 hoops on this smaller ribbon as well. I'm using a zip tie to thread underneath the ribbon stack and then zip tying it in the center before removing it from the Easy Bow Maker. Then I'm going to tighten it and fluff all of my hoops, as well as trim all of my tails using the dog ear or mermaid tail method. It makes it just super pretty and super finished looking. Now you could keep your tails long or you could make them short. It depends on what you're going to use your bow for. Ultimately, I was going to use mine for a wreath, so I kept some of the tails longer than others just so it could flow onto the edges of the wreath. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's flowing off the top of this boxwood wreath, and there she is with the tag that inspired this entire bow. I think this turned out super cute for a wreath and for the spring for your front door. What do you think? Okay, so that was the Bluebonnet bow. What do you think? I hope that you love it as much as I do. Again, I will link everything below, where I got the wreath, where I got the tag, where I got the ribbon, because I know you're going to ask. And then this next bow, though, is probably my favorite. I mentioned that at the beginning of the video, but I don't know. After seeing all the others again, I'm like torn. But this one is called a spiker bow. I don't know if you've ever seen one before, but they are so simple to make. Let me show you. I hope you'll see why this bow is one of my absolute favorite bows. You're just going to take 3 equal strips. I'm choosing to go 8 inches here and then one length double. So this is super simple. It's called a spiker bow, and you can see that when you add those dovetails or dog ears or mermaid tails, as some like to call them, that is how it gets the spiker bow name. Now I am going to flip over your 3 strips and then simply tie a knot in the center with that piece that was twice as long as the 3 other pieces. Just kind of ooch it the way that makes it look the best, and then spread out your 3 strips and you will have the most simple, easy way to make a stunning bow. This is one of my favorites because of its simplicity and because of how cute it can look with just a little bit of effort. So I'm just trimming up some of those little mermaid tail edges just to kind of make sure it has a clean look. And I did leave both of my tails a little bit different in length. That is completely up to you, but make it your own. Put something in the center. Adorn it however you desire. This is how the bow looks all on its own. I'm loving it with this Swiss polka dot pattern on it. And this is with me. I added a little piece of sparkle, of course, to the center on a carrot. So I put it on a carrot wreath for Easter with a little bit of faux greenery. What do you think of this bow? I hope that you will be inspired to try it. I cannot express to you enough how simple and easy it is. So that was the spiker bow. Super easy to remember, huh? I absolutely am in love with that bow, and I'm thinking of all the different ways we could make it special. All the ways that you can embellish the center, all the different patterns of ribbon. Oh, I see more spiker bows in my future. How about you? Okay, so this last bow is one of my favorites only because it's the one that I use for my home sign in my living room. If you've followed me for a minute, you know I have this sign in the middle of my living room where it spells out H-O-M-E. Well, the O I typically decorate with a bow on a simple wreath, and this bow is one of them. Are you ready for this bow, my friend? I hope so. We are going to make a beautiful bow using the Easy Bow Maker. We're going to take this Easter kind of carrot themed ribbon and twist it onto the Easy Bow Maker. Now the first loop I am making is about 8 inches long, and then again I'm twisting it right there where I pinched it in the center to make sure that the correct pattern of ribbon is showing. Now you can see it's a little lopsided. I made that loop a little bit too big, but we can always adjust it later. It's not a problem. That is why I don't want you to be intimidated with bow making. I am eyeballing all 4 of these loops here. You're just pinching in the center and twisting. That is how simple it is. I am adding a second pattern here with this check, black and white check. And again, you can see the 2 different types of sides of the ribbon. One side is finished with the pattern on it, and one side is kind of more plain and whitish. So I'm adding this ribbon here, pinching, twisting, and doing the similar hoops, but coming in just a little bit shorter. Now, I used a little bit of unwired ribbon here. Normally, I recommend you use wired ribbon, but this polka dot ribbon was too cute not to add to the bow. But you just have to be very aware that you are using ribbon that is not wired. It's going to lay a little bit differently, a lot more loose. Now, I'm adding again also a black piece of ribbon here and a white piece of ribbon here. All 3 of these ribbons are unwired. So after I put all of the ribbons into the Easy Bow Maker, I'm going to secure them with a zip tie. Just putting it underneath and then pulling it up as a complete stack. Once I get that out and separate from the Easy Bow Maker, I will be flipping it over and I will be tightening the zip tie, fluffing the loops, and then trimming these tails using that little dog ear method. Now, the first idea I had to embellish this bow was to use these sweet little carrots from the Dollar Tree. I still think it's a really, really cute idea, but I'd like to know what you think I should have used. Now, I tried these cute little wooden characters that I had gotten at a thrift store, but they didn't really do the trick for me. So I added a wooden carrot. That is what I ended up using for the center of this bow. I think it's adorable, but again, I would love to know which one you would have decided on. Here is what I was talking about in my house with the home sign is the bow on a simple boxwood wreath. You can see how cute the carrot looks. Let me know what you think. I hope you loved all of those. Let me know if you were able to pick a favorite. I know it's super hard for me too, but also if you are not already on my list, grab a spot there because you're not going to want to miss all of the amazing freebies and fun that I have coming your way. So until next time, my friend, as always, stay creative.